Most men think attraction is about clever lines, fancy dates, or flashy clothes. But the truth is, women respond to subtle psychological patterns that most guys never notice. Knowing them gives you a huge advantage, but it also makes some women uncomfortable because it exposes what really drives desire. Today, you are going to learn 7 psychological tricks that women subconsciously react to, and why they often dislike men who understand them. 1. She is drawn to men who have a life that doesn't revolve around her. Women are naturally attracted to men who exist independently. Think about it. If your life revolves entirely around her, she senses your neediness, even if you act confident. That neediness kills attraction. Here is how it works. When a man has goals, friends, and passions, he isn't seeking validation. A woman is no longer someone he depends on. She is someone he chooses to include in his already fulfilling life. That subtle energy of independence is powerful and often invisible to men who try too hard. 2. Mystery beats oversharing. Men often believe that sharing everything about themselves instantly builds intimacy. The opposite is true. Women are naturally curious, and the human brain loves a puzzle. When a man leaves room for mystery, it triggers mental engagement. Here is a simple example. Instead of telling her your entire weekend plan in advance, leave a detail out. Let her ask questions. That curiosity releases dopamine in her brain, creating intrigue and attraction. 3. Emotional consistency is magnetic. Most men react to every emotional test instinctively, over-texting when she pulls back, panicking when she seems distant. Here is the trick. Stay calm, steady, and consistent. Your emotional stability signals reliability and confidence, which are deeply attractive. When she notices you are unshakable, it flips the dynamic. She starts investing energy in you, not the other way around. 4. Subtle challenge creates respect. Women aren't impressed by agreement. They are impressed by a man who can challenge her thoughtfully. Here is what this looks like. She states an opinion, and instead of immediately agreeing, you add perspective in a calm, confident way. Not to argue, but to show you have independent thought. This demonstrates self-respect, intelligence, and emotional maturity, all qualities women instinctively value, even if they feel annoyed at first by the challenge. 5. Controlled unpredictability keeps attraction alive. Predictable behavior is boring. Women notice and unconsciously lose interest. Here is a psychological trick. Mix predictability with authenticity. Some days you respond quickly, other days you are genuinely busy. Some days you make spontaneous plans, other days you stick to your own routine. This is not manipulation. It is simply living a full life. The unpredictability makes her brain engage more, thinking about you even when you are not around. 6. Boundaries are more attractive than compliance. Men often mistake flexibility for desirability. They bend over backwards to avoid conflict, tolerate disrespect, and ignore red flags. Here is the truth. Women are instinctively drawn to men who enforce clear boundaries calmly. Saying, "I don't accept this behavior," and acting on it signals strength and self-respect. Boundaries create tension and intrigue, which women unconsciously equate with value. A man with no boundaries signals low worth. One with boundaries signals security and authenticity. 7. Self-acceptance radiates confidence. The most powerful, often overlooked psychological trick is self-acceptance. Men who constantly judge themselves radiate desperation. Women pick up on this immediately. On the other hand, men who embrace their flaws and strengths naturally project inner peace and confidence. Here is how it manifests. You stop chasing approval, stop hiding your true self, and stop overcompensating. Women instinctively sense this completeness and are drawn toward it, sometimes without even realizing why. These 7 psychological tricks are subtle but powerful. They don't rely on pickup lines, money, or flashy moves. They rely on real behavior, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Women may hate that men know these patterns because it exposes what really drives attraction. But for you, understanding and applying them authentically gives a massive advantage in dating and relationships. Master these 7, live them consistently, and you will notice a shift in how women respond to you. Respect, interest, and desire will follow naturally.